This is the online orientation for new students in the Special Support Services program at the University of North Carolina at Greensboro. You have been accepted into the Special Support Services program and must complete this online orientation before starting any of our services. Please follow along closely and take notes as you go. Welcome to Special Support Services. I'm John Foreman, the Director of Special Support Services and the Student Success Center. You are about to begin a new chapter in your life, and let me assure you that you have made the right decision. The time you spend at UNCG will be filled with new challenges, opportunities, adventures, and some frustration. We see these challenges as opportunities for growth as you proceed through your college career. Special Support Services is designed to maximize academic performance and is focused on individual need. Enrollment is open to eligible undergraduate students with continuing access until graduation. Participating in Special Support Services is a wonderful opportunity. Where else could you find free academic and personal support services designed for your particular needs? Our professional and student staff is here to guide and instruct you in the academic challenges ahead. During this orientation, you will hear from each of the professional staff about where and how to find them, and you can always access our contact information from our website at success.uncg.edu. There are benefits for participating in Special Support Services, and here they are. All of the available academic support services are free of charge. All of our SSS students receive free printing in the learning and tutorial labs. You will have a caring, friendly, and knowledgeable professional and paraprofessional staff throughout your semester and years with the SSS program. Our SSS students are retained at a high rate each year. Our SSS students are also attaining higher course grades and cumulative grade point averages than most other students here at the university. And lastly, our SSS students graduate at a high rate annually. This online SSS orientation is crafted as a guide to the program and community that you are joining. You will learn about the three components of SSS, get a virtual tour of the SSS learning and tutorial labs and offices, and gain a full understanding of all that Special Support Services has to offer to you. Special Support Services is a TRIO educational support program sponsored by the U.S. Department of Education and the University of North Carolina at Greensboro. The Special Support Services staff will be on hand to assist and guide you from beginning to end. We are here to help you find solutions to common challenges that may confront you during your undergraduate career. Descriptions of program services and activities are included, along with the steps you need to take to get started. Remember to take notes and jot down questions throughout this orientation. If you have any questions, be sure to bring them with you to our first meeting. Now let's get you oriented. Special Support Services is one of 8 programs funded by the Federal TRIO Grant, which is geared towards providing educational and economic opportunities to those unable to afford them. TRIO programs were created in response to President Lyndon Johnson's War on Poverty, with the purpose of assisting first-generation college students, low-income individuals, and individuals with disabilities to progress through their academics to gain a college degree. The goal of each program is to support students to ensure their academic success. TRIO grant programs like special support services, require the support of Congress and the President in the yearly fiscal budget so that we can continue to provide these vital services to our students. We are proud of the accomplishments of our SSS students, and we make sure our representatives in Washington know it. In fact, UNCG's Special Support Services program was among the very first SSS programs established, and it has continuously obtained funding as a TRIO grant program since 1970. As one of the longest-running SSS programs in the nation, Special Support Services at UNCG has a tradition of excellence. Each year, we look forward to welcoming new students into our program who we know will add to our long history of accomplishments. We have a talented and caring group of professional and peer staff members in the Special Support Services program. Kara Baldwin will tell you about the support services that she and the graduate assistant in academic skills provide through the Academic Skills Services component. Sharice Robinson will describe how she and her peer success coaches help students through the Counseling Services component. And Leah McLeod will talk with you about the tutoring services in SSS and the great group of peer and professional tutors that she trains to work with you. Kim Sawyer is our go-to office assistant who can help you with your requests and general questions about the SSS program. Now, let me turn this over to Kara Baldwin to tell you more about the Academic Skills Services component.
Hello. I'm Kara Baldwin, your Senior Assistant Director for Academic Skills Services. My role in SSS is to help you develop your study, reading, and writing skills so that you get the most out of the work you put into your studies. Earning a college degree requires dedication and a great amount of time and effort, and I am here to guide you in finding the best strategies for earning your degree. Let me tell you about how the academic skills component works and what steps you need to take to get started. During academic skills sessions, you will work with me or the grad assistant through different learning strategies that best fit your style and your course material. Typically, we will cover strategies on time management, concentration, note-taking, reading, studying, and test-taking. We also help students develop their research and writing skills in coordination with essay assignments in your classes and with test prep for the GRE, MCAT, or other graduate school placement exams. The main goal of our work together is to build your confidence in how to approach new challenges, whether in school, life, or your career. Before we can get started with our initial consultation, I need to know more about the skills areas you are concerned about and that may need improvement. The 3 academic skills assessments that you take online will tell me more about how confident you are in different areas of studying. I will tell you more about these assessments in a minute, and keep in mind the sooner you complete them, the earlier we can get to work. Then you will meet one-on-one with either me or the graduate assistant to talk through your concerns and your assessment results. We'll also discuss what expectations you have for the semester and for the courses in which you are enrolled. After that, you will have an academic skills session once a week for 30 to 45 minutes, during which you learn and practice these strategies with your current class materials. Usually, students cover all of the skills areas that they need within 8 to 10 sessions. Throughout the semester, I will ask you to reflect on how things are going. My help is only as good as the work that you are willing to put in, so it's really important to check in along the way and make sure you are recognizing your own progress. When we are finished with your action plan, we'll talk through your accomplishments and decide if we need to keep working on any particular skills area. Even when you are finished with your action plan, we are always here to meet with you and help you overcome any academic obstacles that you face. Oftentimes, students return to academic skills for help with an essay or in later semesters when adjusting to new courses and new professors. Please feel free to contact me or the graduate assistant, even if you just want to stop in and brag about an awesome grade. I also ask that you complete 3 assessments that give me a better indication of your current knowledge of specific study, reading, and writing strategies. These 3 assessments are taken online via access codes that were sent to you with your acceptance letter to Special Support Services. Remember, you must complete all 3 assessments before we can meet for academic skills and before you can be assigned tutors. The first assessment is called the ELASI, or Electronic Learning and Study Strategies Inventory. This assessment evaluates your study skills and habits in 10 specific academic skills areas. The survey asks approximately 80 questions geared towards your likelihood of using various study strategies. Though there is no maximum time limit to complete the ELASI, it does require that you complete it in one session, which on average takes students 25 to 35 minutes. The second assessment evaluates your close reading skills for academic texts. The reading assessment involves 3 short reading passages, followed by multiple choice questions about what you read. You are able to refer back to the reading as you answer questions, and there is no maximum time limit to complete this assessment, but it does require that you complete the entire assessment in one session, which on average takes 25 to 30 minutes to complete. The third and final assessment is a writing diagnostic that asks you to respond in essay form to one of 2 topics. This assessment allows me to have a better understanding of your comfort level with grammar, formatting, and developing a main thesis through at least 3 paragraphs. The essay needs to be at least 1 page and does not require outside research. When all 3 assessments are completed and turned in to me, we can move forward with planning your first skills meeting and assigning tutors for any course that you request. As I mentioned, the assessments required for SSS are taken online via the instructions that were sent to you by email. You must complete all 3 assessments before we can get started working together and before you get assigned your tutors. If you have any questions about the assessments, please contact me. So this is the end of my part of online orientation, the academic skills component. I look forward to working with you in the upcoming semesters. Now, let me send this over to Cherise Robinson to tell you about the counseling component in SSS.
Hi, my name is Cherise Robinson, and I'm the Assistant Director for Counseling and Coaching Services at UNC Greensboro with Special Support Services. I'm originally from Greensboro, and I attended UNC Charlotte. I have a degree in community counseling. Some of my hobbies include reading, shopping, and sharing new recipes. Since I'm the counselor with Special Support Services, I can help you transition to college whether you're a freshman or a transfer student. I can help you if you're dealing with any type of roommate issues, communicating with your instructors, dealing with stress, dealing with homesickness, and various other situations that may arise. In order to take advantage of counseling services, you will need to complete your academic skills assessments and your 2 Spartan Sense assignments. We'll talk about that a little bit later. Once you've completed these assessments, we will meet one-on-one to discuss your counseling survey and your non-cognitive questionnaire. Then we will develop an action or coaching plan for the remainder of the semester. You can also participate in various group sessions throughout the semester and work with a peer coach. In addition to one-on-one meetings with me, there are other resources available to you. You can work one-on-one with a peer success coach. There's additional help with financial literacy. You can participate in SSS group discussions or social events. Utilize the self-directed search, which is a career inventory, and participate in graduate and professional school visits within North Carolina. These trips are completely free. So what are peer success coaches? Peer success coaches are bright upper level students who've had considerable success at UNC Greensboro. They have been successful in coursework, extracurricular activities, and are eager to assist you in getting off to the best possible start. Some of our peer success coaches were also participants in special support services during their freshman year. They've also received training in the art of helping. Peer success coaches can help you prevent or at least minimize homesickness. They can give you tips on how to save money on school supplies and other expenses while in school. They can also give you inside information about instructors and courses they may have taken. Finally, they can serve as a good listener. These are just a few ways that peer success coaches are here to help you. If you request to work with a peer coach, you will be invited to a meet and greet where you will be given the opportunity to learn about each of the coaches. Afterwards, you will be asked to decide who you feel is the best fit for you and then be assigned to a peer success coach. You will receive either an email or a phone call to arrange your one-on-one meeting. You are expected to meet with your peer success coach either weekly or on a bi-weekly basis. If you decide to work with a peer success coach, there are a few expectations. We ask that you show up on time, communicate with your coach as to whether you're unable to meet with them, be respectful of their time, remember that they are there to help you and not do anything for you, and simply be ready to participate and listen. Now I'm going to tell you a little bit more about Spartan Sense. You may also hear it called financial literacy. So why do we do Spartan Sense? Well, as a college student, some things are common sense. For example, you should know where your classes are located prior to the first day of classes. We believe money management and financial literacy are not things that can be considered common sense. By participating in Spartan Sense, you will learn money smarts and financial literacy information that can benefit you in college and beyond. Don't leave your finances up to chance. Utilize Spartan Sense. It's your money and your future. As a UNCG student, you will learn a lot in and out of the classroom. We believe money smarts is not a lesson that you should learn by trial and error. Therefore, we have created resources for you to learn financial literacy basics. Your experiences at UNCG will be influenced by your life experiences and where you are in your educational journey. For example, whether you're a freshman versus a senior, traditional age student versus adult student, or even a residential student versus a commuter student. We believe financial literacy should be able to be individualized so participants can utilize information based on their needs at any given time. A variety of information should be available for students so they are able to learn financial literacy that will benefit them. Spartan Sense has information for everyone regardless of where they are in their life and educational journey. All new SSS students are required to complete 2 Spartan Sense assignments in order to receive services. A score of 70 or above is required to receive credit for your completed assignments. You received information about completing the Spartan Sense assignments in an attachment to your acceptance email. Please complete these assignments as soon as you can. Now I'm going to tell you about the self-directed search, which is the career assessment that I mentioned earlier. The self-directed search was created by Dr. John Holland, and it is the most widely used career inventory. It has been used by over 22 million people worldwide. Are you wondering if you picked the right major? Are you coming in as an undeclared or exploratory student regarding your major? Are you thinking of a backup major if your plans do not work out? Are you unsure of the educational requirements for your intended major? If you answered yes to any of these questions, the computerized self-directed search could be very helpful. Here's what it does. The SDS takes an inventory of your career interests and perceived competencies and links them to fields of studies and occupations that represent a best fit for you. It is also beneficial for students who may not be aware of the range of careers available to them. The SDS also helps you identify activities that you can engage in now that may give you an edge when you enter the job market. Finally, the SDS takes about 45 minutes or less to complete and can significantly raise your comfort level regarding your personal, educational, or career choices. Once you take the SDS, you will meet with me for an interpretation of the results, usually within 24 to 48 hours. Group discussion sessions and social activities are another way to participate in the counseling component. Here are the dates, times, and locations for the fall 2015 sessions. This is UNCG's withdrawal and academic standing policy. Become familiar with it. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask me. The next few slides contain information about grants and student loan timeframes. That's all for the counseling component. I look forward to working with you in the fall 2015 semester. Now, Leah Miclia, our Assistant Director for Tutoring Services, is up next.
Welcome to the tutoring component of your online SSS orientation. Hi, I'm Leah Miclia, your Assistant Director for Tutoring Services. Please just call me Leah. I'm here to set you up with a great tutor to help you succeed in all your classes. Email is the best way to reach me, but feel free to stop by my office or give me a call. Tutoring through the Special Support Services is free, but it is a weekly commitment. Our tutors have previously taken and succeeded in the courses they tutor and can help you succeed too. We offer tutoring in as many courses as we can find tutors for, but it is on a first-come, first-served basis, and our tutors do fill their schedules fast. The deadline to request tutoring is October 31st this year. We always have tutors for most of the science, math, and language classes, as well as for the soft sciences like psychology and sociology. We typically do not offer tutoring for English, history, and a few other departments, but there are usually alternatives available. I highly recommend working with Kara and her graduate assistant on your academic skills for any of the classes you are taking, but especially those we don't have tutors for. Our tutors are trained by the Assistant Directors of Tutoring for both the Learning Assistance Center and the Special Support Services, as well as by veteran tutors who have a lot of experience. They earn internationally recognized CRLA certification as tutors through this training. Though you don't have to pay the tutors yourself, they do get paid for their time and hard work. It's a great college job with flexible hours, and it looks great on your resume. So if you're interested and eligible, you can become a tutor as well. So, how do you get one of these wonderful tutors? Once you complete your assessments and financial literacy, you can put in a request for tutoring. I'll send you the request form through your UNCG email, and you just have to fill it out and submit it. Once you've requested a tutor, I will let you know if we have a tutor available or not, and if we do, I'll share their contact information. You can still request a tutor later in the semester, but the deadline is October 31st. Remember, we operate on a first-come, first-served basis, so it's better to request tutoring early. If for some reason you don't hear from me, please let me know. Every once in a while something slips through the cracks, and you have to let me know if this happens to you. You are allowed 1 hour of tutoring per course in 2 courses in a given semester. When we have the funds available, you may be able to receive tutoring in a 3rd course. Students registered with ORS are eligible for a 2nd hour in each of these courses. As I said before, we may open up tutoring for a 3rd class if funding is available. Alright, so you've been assigned a tutor. You and your tutor will decide on a regular schedule, once a week in the same location. Most tutoring occurs either in our tutoring lab in McKeever 139B or in the Jackson Library. Remember, this is a weekly commitment. You can't just meet with a tutor when you feel you need help. We do ask that you come prepared, having studied and figured out what you want to focus on for each session. About once a month, you'll do an evaluation of yourself and your study habits with your tutor, then an evaluation of the tutor by yourself. Please be honest in these, as they are meant to help our tutors become even better. Let me know if you have any questions or concerns, or if you just want to stop by and tell me how great your tutor is. Most of your communication should be with your tutor. I'm here to help too, but you'll mostly be working with them. As I mentioned earlier, you will have a consistent schedule with your tutor. You should plan to meet with them each week, not just when you're struggling. It's better to prevent yourself from getting behind than to have to catch up. If your tutor is not where you planned on meeting, or if you can't get a hold of them, let me know. So, what should you do to get the most out of your tutoring sessions? First of all, make sure you attend class. The tutors are meant to help you understand the material, but the professors are the ones who really teach you. Please be on time or early for your sessions. If you're running late, just let your tutor know. We do ask that you bring your class resources with you to the sessions. Each professor and each semester are different, so in order to help you with your classes, we need to know what resources you have. Your time during the session will be best served if you review the material ahead of time and know what you want to go over with the tutor. And don't expect the tutor to do all the work. They've already taken the class and earned their grade, but we want you to earn a good grade too. You do need to know your student ID to sign the session record. This is how we keep track of our service hours, so we can continue to receive funding from the federal government to serve you. If you need to cancel a session, let your tutor know as far in advance as possible. If you cancel with at least 6 hours notice, you can reschedule the session. If you don't let the tutor know at all that you will not be attending a session, this is considered a no-show. 2 of these in one course will result in a temporary suspension for tutoring for that course, and you'll have to come meet with me to have your tutoring reinstated. The same thing goes for if you do let your tutor know, but with less than 6 hours notice. This is considered an improper cancellation. After 3 of these for that course, you will be suspended from tutoring until you meet with me. We do appreciate you giving proper notice, the 6 or more hours, but you also can't do this too many times. If you reschedule a session, it doesn't count against you, but if you don't reschedule, this counts towards the 3 cancellations you are allowed before being suspended. If you do get suspended from tutoring for one course, you'll need to set up a meeting with me before you can be reinstated for that course. Ideally, this should never even come up. Just let your tutor know with sufficient notice if you need to miss a session. Most of our tutors are students like you and have limited schedules. Their time is just as valuable as yours. Please be considerate of them. This requires you to be diligent in attending your sessions every week, coming prepared, and making the most of these opportunities. You will receive a link to review the tutoring contract discussed here when you get your tutor assignment. We ask that you review this before coming to your first session so you can discuss it or clarify the details with your tutor. Please let me know if you have any questions. Next up, we'll show you around our offices and labs.
Offices and labs for special support services are in the McKeever building, located centrally among class buildings on UNCG's campus. The SSS Learning Lab is found in McKeever Room 105 and is open Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. This lab is for SSS students only and offers the space and resources to study individual coursework and to utilize materials and software meant to enhance your learning. There are 6 Dell computers and 1 Mac available for student use in the SSS Learning Lab, all of which are equipped with Microsoft Office, internet connectivity, and a variety of software programs meant to supplement your academic skills and coursework. Printing and digital scanning are free, but students do need to bring their own paper to print. A lab monitor is always on hand to help with access to the printer and scanner, as well as to aid in any troubleshooting issues that may occur. Each time you enter and leave the lab, you will be asked to check in and out of the lab with the lab monitor on hand. This helps us track our most active participants and helps us in enforcing that the lab is only used by SSS students. The SSS Lab is a great space to come to check emails and print course materials, but it also provides a quiet, studious atmosphere where you can focus on your reading or homework. To ensure that students can concentrate on their studies and that our equipment is maintained, we have a few guidelines for your time in the lab. Please be sure to turn your cell phones off or to silent. If you must take a call, please step out of the lab and nearby hallway so as not to disturb others. Also, no eating or drinking is permitted in the lab. You are welcome to use tables in room 142, right across the hall, to finish a snack or meal before using the lab. The SSS Learning Lab is your space, and we want to make it the most user-friendly as possible. If you have any technology or material requests that you would like to have access to in the lab, please let our lab monitors know and they will pass along your ideas.
The SSS Tutoring Lab is found in McKeever Room 139B and is also open Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. It has 5 computers available for use by students and tutors and a printer that is free to use as long as you bring your own paper. Lab monitors are there to help with troubleshooting, including if you need help identifying your tutor. As with the Learning Lab, you will be asked to check into the lab with the lab monitor on hand, especially if you are using the space to study before or after your tutoring session. Since we do sometimes have several tutoring sessions going on, please be courteous and try to keep your volume down. We want this space to be effective for everyone who uses it.
The main offices for the academic skills, counseling, and tutoring components are right across the hall from the SSS Learning Lab in room 142 of McKeever. Here you will find offices for Charisse, Kara, and Leah. If you are meeting with our graduate assistant for academic skills services, your skills sessions will take place in the SSS Learning Lab in McKeever 105. Mr. Foreman's office is in 139A McKeever, right next to the tutoring lab, and Kim Sawyer is just across the hall from him in room 110. Special Support Services also has helpful virtual space at UNCG. Through our website, success.uncg.edu, students can access basic information about our services and fill out online forms to request academic skills, counseling, or tutoring. Special Support Services has a number of resources that students may use in the labs or check out to use over longer periods of time in order to improve performance in their classes. Both the SSS Learning and Tutoring Labs have various textbooks, practice manuals, and grad school test prep materials that students may use in the lab space. If there is not a high request for the grad school test prep materials, students may request to borrow the book for up to 1 month. Please ask Kara Baldwin about availability. We have scientific and graphing calculators that are available to borrow for a full semester at a time, as well as digital voice recorders that you can borrow for the semester. If you plan on recording lectures to listen to later, be sure to get the consent of your professor before doing so. Another option for recording lectures is the LiveScribe Smart Pen. Smart Pens are able to record audio and sync the lecture or class discussion to the handwritten notes you take at the same time. The pen allows you to tap on your written notes and hear the recording of what your professor said at that exact moment. You can also plug the Smart Pen into your computer to save the audio and image files. Finally, we have a few Dell laptops that we loan to students who are active in SSS and also registered with the Office of Accessibility Resources and Services, also known as ORS, on campus. Laptops can be checked out for 1 month at a time. If no one else has requested to borrow one, they can be checked out to the same student for up to 1 semester. All items borrowed from SSS must be returned by the date indicated on the day of borrowing. Failure to return items may result in loss of borrowing privileges, fines, or holds on UNCG accounts until the item or its equivalent value are returned to SSS. To borrow a LiveScribe Pulse Smart Pen, contact Leah Miclia to set up a 15-minute appointment to sign the loan form and pick up the materials. To borrow library resources, calculators, digital voice recorders, or laptops, contact Kara Baldwin to set up a 15-minute appointment to sign the loan form and pick up the materials.
You are almost finished with completing our online orientation. Just a few more steps and you will officially be an active SSS student at the University of North Carolina at Greensboro. Once you are on campus and settled, there are a few important dates coming up to keep in mind. Be sure to write these dates down in your calendar or planner so that you don't miss anything important. Lastly, I want to tell you about a resource that you may need while at UNCG. SSS works closely with other offices and organizations on campus to make sure you are doing okay and getting any help that you may need. If you get into academic trouble, please talk with us. Sometimes students end up in a situation where they face academic suspension or suspension of financial aid. The Special Support Services Program will serve as your advocate in any appeal situation. If you find yourself in need of appealing decisions about academic suspension or dismissal, satisfactory academic progress, or financial aid issues, contact me, John Foreman, for more help. Once I review your level of activity in the Special Support Services Program, and I'm sure that you've completed the basic assessments and financial literacy requirements, I will meet with you and provide specific guidance and assistance in making an appeal. Remember, as soon as you receive word via email that you face some sort of suspension or any other issue that requires an appeal, contact me and let's begin the appeals process. This is officially the end of the online orientation. Congratulations and welcome to SSS at UNCG. Just a reminder, be sure to complete your 3 assessments for academic skills and your 2 Spartan Sense assignments before our orientation scheduled for August 16th. Both Kara Baldwin and Sharice Robinson are available for any questions you may have about these assignments, so please feel free to contact them via email or telephone anytime throughout July and early August. As soon as you complete the 3 assessments and the 2 Spartan Sense assignments, you are eligible to pick up your SSS messenger bag from either Kim Sawyer, our office assistant in the McKeever Building, room 110, or from me, John Foreman, in the McKeever Building as well, room 139A. You can pick your bag up the day after we complete the face-to-face orientation scheduled for all new SSS students on August 16th. We look forward to getting to know you in person, and we are really excited to offer you support in the upcoming academic year. Thank you for taking the time to complete all of this, and we will see you soon.